So we did in part 1 some of the block out, and in this part 2 we're gonna continue and finishing the block out for the walls, floor and the roof. Alright, so here, because I resized these walls, I went back to object mode, select these two walls. So for these two walls, first I have to reset the origin because it's over here and I want it in the middle. So I right click, set origin to geometry, and for this one the same, right click, set origin to geometry, and I resize this one and I say SZ.8, and for this one the same, SZ.8. Go in the side view with numpad 3 and move this one down so we don't have this space under, like this. And this one I will have to move it down, G, Z, like this. This looks good. Here is where we're gonna have the windows. We're gonna make tall windows, beautiful, a lot of light coming inside. Now let's make the upstairs. I will take this floor, press Shift D, Z, move it up, like this. It's okay this clipping because it's not gonna show. Alright. I just wanted to see there is no space under it. So we have, actually I'll move it a little bit down. You can press shift while moving something and it will go more slow. Oh, okay. I'll move it over here. So we just need to make sure there is no space under it and the visible areas. Now I will go into edit mode. This is gonna be easier than resize it. Alright, so I take this part. I am here on this face select. You can press 3 to get to this mode. 1, 2, 3. Here move it on the Y axis like this. Go in object mode and let's move it a little down to match this wall over here. So I move it on the Z axis only, like this, to match this wall. A little more up. You want to pay attention to details. This is important. And now let's click on this one because we have the origin not in the right place. So we right click, set origin to geometry. So it goes in the middle. We don't need this section, but actually let's resize this one. So let's go into edit mode. Select this face, G, X, and move it out of the way. So here we're gonna take these two walls, this one and this one. Press Shift D to duplicate them, Z to move them up, and move them like this. Now we take this wall in edit mode, select only the top part, G, Z, and move it up to match this one. Press Shift to move it slowly to match, like this. Go in object mode, right click, set origin to geometry. I'll take the bottom wall here, the short one, duplicate it, Shift D, Z, move it up, like this, to match this wall. And I think here, because I want also windows at the top, I want like some, I don't know how to say, modern industrial feeling. It's hard to say at the moment. Probably you saw in the beginning, in the intro of this video, you saw how this is gonna look by the end. So probably you have a better idea about what we are doing. For me, I'm doing this for the first time, so I will see how all this is gonna change. But for the moment, I want to move this one up for the middle to match this wall. So I want this dot to be roughly in the center of this one. So I'll move it up. And I will just eyeball it for this dot to match this middle. I think it does. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just I want here to be half of it down and half of it up. So the windows, they're gonna be equal up and down. And select these three objects. Press Ctrl J. So we join them. Go into edit mode. Select these three faces. G, Y, and move them out a little bit. And also the floor, we need to resize it a little bit. So I go to the floor in edit mode. I select this face. And I press G, Y, and move it out. Like this. Because we're gonna need to set up the camera. And I don't want the outside. See, over here also. So let's take this wall. G, X, move it out. Take these three walls, press tab. No, actually, let's take also the floor. So I take these three walls and the floor, press tab to go in edit mode and select all these faces that face this side. G, X, and move them to that wall. Something like this. This part is not gonna show, just I need it for the shadows, like, so something like this our camera is gonna be. And here, one more thing we're gonna do, and then that's it. We're gonna finish off with this block out for the moment. So take the floor, duplicate it, move it up on the z-axis like this, and I don't want it straight, not straight like this, to give the more interesting feel. So now I will press R, X, and how much? Minus 20. G, Z. Yes, I feel this is good. Now let's move it in place. Move it on the y-axis to match this wall. And move it a little bit down. Perfect. So select these two walls. Go in edit mode. With my face select, I will select this edge over here. And I will press 2 or click edge select. And also select this little edge that goes inside from this wall. Not all the way around. Only this little part. And move it up inside the roof. G, Z, move it up. Like this. So we need to fix this corner because it's a bit weird. So take these two walls and press Ctrl J. And now that is gone. We join them so there is no more clipping. Also over here, I think I will delete this floor. And I will take this one. Move it up. Shift D, Z. And I'll put it here. Because I feel like it needs to be more thick. It was too thin and I want this structure to be like realistic. I don't want it to just make it whatever. I want you to learn the proper way to do this kind of stuff. So here I will rotate it on the x-axis 90 degrees. Alright. Now we can disable this one actually. Let's call it roof. So we know exactly what we have. I disable it for now because I cannot see from top view. But we don't delete it. We really need it for later. So here I take this wall and move it on the y-axis and gx to move it on the x-axis. Alright, that's good. Now I will go to edit mode, face select here or press 3 and move this face gx and move it in this direction. And now I take this face gy and move it like this, and also move it so it matches these two walls. This one actually, this one only, this one it doesn't have to match. So here I press G, Y, and I hold shift to so it moves slowly, so I have precision, something like this, so it doesn't clip. Perfect. On this side doesn't matter the clipping, we will never see from outside. You'll always see from inside, and as long as inside is fine, everything is fine. And let's take the roof back, and this is almost done. Now I just need to take this wall. I'll go in edge select mode, and I'll select this edge, only this one, G, Z, and move it up. Doesn't have to match the size of the roof, just has to go over here a little inside, so it is like this. There you go. In the next lesson, we're gonna set up the camera and also do some tweaking, because now I realize I don't like this section too much, but this lesson is getting too long, so we're gonna do that in the next lesson.